A very good evening and welcome to Friday night's edition of Primetime News. I'm Ramesh Bandar.
And I'm Gayatri Gunratna. We start off with a look at the headlines.
The Treasury Secretary says that the government will not find it difficult to settle the hedging dues. Sri Lanka Police Inspectors Association lodges a complaint charging that MP Nishantha Muthuhettigama had insulted the police service. Rumesh Ratnayak appointed as Sri Lanka cricket coach for the home series against Australia. And Italian Senate agrees to cut state spending by 48 billion euros.
Now for those stories in detail, Ayurveda Expo 2011 International Indigenous Healthcare Exhibition commenced in Colombo today with the participation of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. The exhibition that was launched today will go on until Sunday at the Simao Bandaranaike Exhibition and Convention Hall.
The President who arrived at the exhibition was welcomed by Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratna. Many local and foreign delegates were present at the inauguration ceremony held this morning. According to the Minister of Indigenous Medicine, Ayurveda Expo 2011 exhibition is being organized with the assistance of many institutions, including the Sri Lanka Export Development Board.
There are elderly people who have not taken medicine at all. The only thing they have taken is coriander. Our food was prepared in such a manner, and they lived over 100 years by consuming these foods. They worked very hard. They used to produce their own food. Sri Lanka was such a country.
The service rendered by several individuals for the betterment of indigenous medicine in the country was appreciated by the President. Exhibition stalls include healthcare services to treat inherent diseases, Ayurvedic food, yoga and herbal beauty care products. According to the Sri Lanka National Chamber of Commerce, Ayurveda Expo 2011 will go on until Sunday, the 17th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Secretary to the Ministry of Finance, Dr. P.B. Jayasundara, says that the government will not find it difficult to settle the hedging dues. He made this statement while speaking to the media during a tour of Mathale today.
In my opinion, the manner in which certain national-level media organizations report news is irresponsible. Because if all the details pertaining to an agreement are provided, the people will decide. But when information is interpreted, the people will not get to know about the true situation. So I can state with responsibility that the government does not have economic difficulties because of the hedging agreement that prevents it from making payments. When such transactions take place in the world of commerce, various problems arise. There are ways to resolve these problems. It is my view that these statements about the economy collapsing are attempts to mutilate the facts or are misinformed statements. A meeting to assess the progress made by the Divinaguma and Gamanaguma projects was chaired by the Secretary to the Ministry of Finance, Dr. P.B. Jayasundara, at the Mathale District Secretariat today. Subsequently, Dr. Jayasundara also inspected the garden which is being maintained under the Divinagama program in the Ratturu area in Mathale.
The All-Ceylon Samurdhi Development Bank Officers Association states that the changes originally intended to be made by the Samurdhi program have not taken place. A meeting focusing on the future course of action to be taken in order to protect the union's rights was held in Kandy this morning.
Under the vision of the Mahinda Chintana, it was stated that this will be converted into a department. But this hasn't happened as yet. We are asking whether this will be done or not. Explain to us as to when this will be done. The President as well as the government has been forgetful to compensate those who have toiled for them. We thought that when a minister such as Basil Rajapaksa took over the Economic Development Ministry, it would be favourable for us. But up to date, a major change has not occurred concerning the Samurdhi program. No new program has been introduced. We will have to come to a decision as to whether we will continue with this government. The government will not at any point make the Samurdhi program weak. We are aware of the strength of the Samurdhi campaign. Hence, we have already set in motion a program. In the near future, this will be presented before Cabinet and steps will be taken to establish the identity of these Samurdhi officers as well as their job security and benefits. Various associations have been established within this Samurdhi program. Not many members are in it. Various views are being expressed from these associations, but the real Samurdhi Association is aware of all of this.
Minister of Transport Kumar Velgama says that the government is spending 5 billion rupees to maintain the railway, which in turn does not generate an income. The minister pointed out that taking the present situation into consideration, it has been decided to conduct a survey to look into the possibility of increasing train fares.
A new luxury express train service from Chilao to Colombo was launched early today with the participation of the Minister of Transport. This train service is scheduled to commence daily from Chilao at 5:30 a.m. We are at present conducting a survey and holding discussions to come to a conclusion if we ought to increase train fares as we need funds to maintain the railway. The government is spending 5 billion rupees on the railway. This is a loss to the government as there is no income through this. We have to implement a mechanism where we can earn money and which could be implemented by the government. This luxury express train service is scheduled to reach the Fort Railway Station by 7:30 a.m. The train will begin its return journey from the Fort Railway Station at 4:45 p.m. This train consists of second and third class compartments. The train is scheduled to stop at the Madampe, Nathandia, Nigambo, Dematagoda and Maradana railway stations.
3 students drowned after getting caught in undercurrents in the Nilaveli Sea in Trincomalee. The victims are students of the Harasbadda Sinhala Mahavidyalaya in Nuwara. The students were visiting Trincomalee on an educational excursion. 123 students and 12 teachers of the Harasbadda Sinhala Mahavidyalaya in Nuwara had come on the trip. According to a high-ranking police official in charge of the Trincomalee area, the drowning had taken place at around 11:30 this morning. 4 students who were at sea bathing at the Nilaveli beach close to the shore had been washed away by waves. The police lifeguard team has managed to rescue 1 student. The victims are 16 and 17 years old. Our correspondent said that the corpses of the victims are currently lying at the Nilaveli Rural Hospital and the rescued student is also receiving treatment at the hospital.